got to deal with the problem. Take authority. You got to get tired of the depression and say, no, I'm not going there. You got to get tired of the anxiety. As a parent, that your kids are doing, and it irritates you. Get tired of it and ask God for wisdom. God will help you. He's not going to leave you out on any situation. In your marriage, my marriage is boring and mundane. All you do is complain about my husband's not as nice as he used to be. My wife, she doesn't care. She don't even put on makeup no more for me. She never dresses up. She's wearing pajamas 24/7. Be intentional about your marriage. Go. Take her on a date. Drop the kids off on the side of the road if you ain't got nobody to watch. No, I'm just kidding. Take your kids somewhere and go on a date. Be intentional. Come home and hug your wife and kiss her. And you got to be intentional about making a change, or you can just keep complaining and nothing will happen. Just your complaints. It'll start in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. And before long, you'll be 70, 80 years old complaining about the same thing. Time flies. Take authority. Jesus said, I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. Whatever you bind on earth, whatever you permit and whatever you forbid, I will back you from heaven. You've got to take authority over these things. You say, I don't like that smart mouth you're giving me, so I'm going to fix that. About your children, I don't like that disrespectful attitude. I see that's a problem. God, help me to fix that. Deal with it. Deal with it. Don't leave it. You see your marriages, it's falling apart in some areas. Deal with it. You see that there's open doors for the enemy to come in, little cracks, a foothold he can get. In your health, you're putting up with this sickness and this disease. I'm going to always be on this medication. You're talking more about what the doctors tell you than what the Word of God tells you. And all you're doing is just complaining and complaining. You think you're stuck forever. You got to make a switch. You got to get tired of the sickness. You got to get tired of the depression. You got to get tired of the anxiety. You got to get tired of the sin. You got to get tired of the addiction. You got to look at the alcohol. Look at the vape. Look at the cigarette. Look at the sickness. And look at it and be disgusted with it. And until you get disgusted with the fleshly things, then you'll never have victory over it.